find ourselves in organizations where our values and morals may not align with that particular organization. Because like you said, it's very much your inner voice and your inner belief in itself. What advice do you have for people who may find themselves in what they call toxic work environments?
Toxic work environments, and I think for me, again, there's certain times or places that are not there for good times, for bruises,
Yes.
and all those. But it's important to go through that. Right? It's tough. I've been there. It's tough. But I promise you, once you're over that phase of having a toxic, whatever, friendship, work environment, then you won't make that mistake again. And we speak a lot about an offer letter. When you get an offer letter from your employer, and the offer that a lot of employers don't speak about is the environment.
Absolutely.
That is part of the total cost to company, because it will cost you.
It will cost you your life, your mental health.
It will cost you. And over time you'll realize whether you are actually getting 20% more of your current package, or you've actually lost way more than where you are. So it's sometimes important to stand the heat. You know, and I say, if we speak about my running, I say you need to be able to, running has taught me to be able to stay in it, stay in the heat for as long as possible. You know, so that you can gain that whole victory. That's why we celebrate every runner for crossing over the finish line, because in fact, the biggest winner of the day is the one who ran for 12 hours. Not even the fastest runner, because you have put yourself through that for the longest time. So if you're going through a time where things are not working out in the office because of toxic environment or whatever, or maybe the job not really meeting what you had hoped for, stay in it for just a little long to gather again data, that information that you need, so that next time for your next step,
yes,
you don't make the same mistake again.
And I believe everything that happens to us in life is not random, right? Sometimes it feels like, God, why did you put me in this situation? I can't take another day of it. It's ruining me. But I think it just teaches us a lot about ourselves.
Oh, yes.
Who are we? What do we stand for? What is acceptable? What's not?
And you'll actually find yourself thanking the whole experience, because instead of breaking you, it has taught you something. So everything, like you say, things happen to you not accidentally. So maybe that thing was there to happen so that you can learn something from it. But all of it depends on how you take it. Are you that person who always think, oh, why is this happening to me? Don't have a victim mentality. If not you, who else?
God has chosen you for this experience.
Maybe at that time it's your turn to be in the fire, but not fire for you to burn, fire for you to burn.
Wow, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for
having
all
me.
your wise words. And I think that was very inspirational, because a lot of women, I can say, are experiencing some really unpleasant things in workspaces. And I've been an advocate for something called corporate GBV. The GBV that isn't physical, but it's more emotional, psychological, and it's forms of abuse against women. And I think it's something that is just not spoken about enough. It's almost like a silent pandemic.
Yeah.
So my mission with Boss Babes of South Africa is to really start to advocate for this, to start to draw attention to it, because I believe that women need to be respected in any space that they choose to find themselves. I hope that organizations have a progressive mindset in 2026, because I feel like just the stories I hear via my mentorship journey is sometimes very scary.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also very important that even when you choose the organization that you go into, I've been very fortunate that in the past years that I've worked for different banks, by the way, it's always been within the circles of banks that I've worked in before, in transactions that we do. So you'd know I might be working for this bank, but I actually know somebody at that bank because we share transaction together. Right? And you build a relationship with those people. So it's very important that you maintain good and healthy professional relationships, because those are the relationship bases that you tap into when you need guidance, when you need just insights, even just before you decide on being excited about that big offer, to say, but I'm joining you guys. We've only dealt with one another as different banks, but it might not necessarily be the same when we work under the same, because people are different people with different hats and with different people.
Correct.
So you don't know.
So true.
I could be, as colleagues, we might not get along, or as colleagues we might get along, even but if you are my boss or I'm your boss, then we won't get along.
Correct.
Because now the skills have changed, So it's very important that you make sure you build good relationships that you can always leverage off in times of need.
Oh, that's really powerful. I want women in 2026 and beyond to take back their power. I don't want us to be stereotyped in male-dominated organizations and be given derogatory terms like work wife and other terms that are not appealing from a woman empowerment perspective. And thank you to amazing women like you. We are looking forward to this journey of interviewing more boss babes in corporate spaces and just learning from the experience.
Thank you. We're always here to have a conversation
Absolutely.
about one another.
Thank you so much.